to OURADULLAM. As usual, this is the place for the eating seasons, the quiet battles, the prayers nobody hears but God. If you found this message, breathe. You are not behind, you are not forgotten. God still writes stories that begin in uncertainty. Let's walk. Sometimes the other step is not obedience, it is movement, because movement means risk. Movement means you could fail. Movement means things may not go the way you pictured. And slowly, what should feel like faith starts feeling heavy. Not hopeful, not exciting, just heavy. You're thinking about the decision, that opportunity, that new beginning, the relationship, the calling, the change. You feel God nudging you, but your heart whispers, what if this goes wrong? And here's what many believers misunderstand, that God never asked you to move with dread. He asked you to move with trust. Let's look at Ecclesiastes 11:4. It says, whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap. This verse is brutally practical, because if you wait for perfect certainty, you will never move. If you demand emotional safety, you will never plant, because faith was never designed to feel risk-free. It was designed to be God-led. I want us to look at why chances that we want to take, why they start feeling heavy. Because taking a chance becomes emotionally suffocating when you think the outcome defines your worth. You believe mistakes cancel destiny. You assume wrong steps ruin God's plan. You expect yourself to control the entire future. But listen to this. Scripture dismantles this fear completely. Let me show you. Look at Psalm 37:23. It says, the steps of a good person are ordered by the Lord, and He delights in their way. Notice what it does not say. It does not say the perfect steps. It says the steps. Movement itself cannot be ordered. Even learning steps, even adjusting steps, even uncertain steps. God guides motion, not paralysis. And how can we shift from heaviness to faith? Faith feels lighter when you stop carrying outcomes. You are responsible for obedience. God is responsible for the results. Because Proverbs 16:9 will show us by where it says that in their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. So your job is movement. His job is establishment. When you reverse those roles, life becomes emotionally crushing. Okay, now pause and ask yourself honestly, am I afraid of the step, or am I afraid of the result? Have I delayed something God already confirmed? Have I been waiting for emotional certainty instead of spiritual direction? Whisper this quietly. Lord, I release the outcome. Guide my next step. Stay there for a second. Look at Peter the Apostle stepping onto the water. He did not step because the storm stopped. He stepped because Jesus spoke. Storm still present, wind still present, uncertainty still present, but one word from God made the risk holy. Faith does not remove unstable surroundings. It changes who you trust while moving. This is the OURADULLAM truth. This is what I believe. Sometimes the chance you fear is actually the doorway God prepared. Not every open door is comfortable, but many doors feel intimidating at first because they require you to go into that next version of yourself, and growth always feels unfamiliar before it feels normal. That is totally reasonable. So you do not need fearless faith, you need willing faith. Take the step gently, not dramatically, not anxiously, not emotionally forced, just obediently. God carries the rest. Finally, Isaiah 30:21 says, whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice saying, this is the way, walk in it. So you are not walking blind, you are walking guided. Once again, if this message met you in your Eden season, subscribe to OURADULLAM, because here we don't rush transformation, we walk it with God. And remember, even in caves, God builds kings. Until next time.